Andy and me got going again for Walk 15 in North Cornwall from our base in Widmouth. Well, morning again, walking fans, back in Cornwall after an epic weekend of gas promotion. What a bloody day Saturday was. 7-0, and there were scenes. Anyway, we're back on the trail, just leaving Padstow, leading towards Stepper Point, which is where we're headed first thing this morning. Bit breezy around the Trossachs at the moment. We were promised a heat wave by the Daily Star, so their weather forecasting as usual is shite. And there's a lovely Celtic cross, and there's a lovely Celt. Well, a glorious billowing dune land on the south side of the Camel estuary, Harbour Cove. But these billowing sand dunes, they do look like the sea. Obviously different colour, but the wave-like features in them, slightly irregular, but there's a pattern to them. Full of wildlife, full of budgies twittering away again. A really peaceful spot, and food for the soul. Andy and me had a lovely walk out to Stepper Point, the first of our landmarks for the day, with its prominent lookout tower. We rounded Stepper Point, enjoyed the cliffs it crams, and then explored briefly a disused stream mine, which was at a place called Tregoda, a big gouge in the valley side, and of clear evidence of miners working the stream for alluvial tin. In time we reached Trevone, a place that I've been to on several occasions in the past and always enjoyed. Had a memorable trip there in 2000 with Simon and the kids, and enjoyed seeing the round hole for the first time and telling them that it was a spacecraft impact crater. It's a pretty interesting origin. It's actually formed by the collapse of a sea cave, the collapse of the roof of a sea cave. But it's quite scary, and you don't want to get too close to the edge. Well, bro, I'm getting all sorts of flashbacks. This, I think, is the site of that hotel we stayed in August 2000. That lawn rings a bell, and the building does. Yep, I was right, Simon. It was the hotel we once stayed in, the Trevone Bay Hotel, as I think it was called then. It's now converted into cottages and apartments, and I'd love to go back and stay there one day. And we had Lily, Will and Ben with us in the year 2000, and we had a final time on the lovely beaches of Harlyn and Trevone in the main. But we also had a memorable day at Newquay, which is coming up on tomorrow's epic walk. Harlyn is a special place indeed, and Emma and me were here on the proposal trip in 2003. Anyway, Andy and me were walking beyond Harlyn, Lisa and a dog in tow, and we walked around the lovely bay of Polventon, nowadays known for some time as Mother Ivy's Bay. It turns out that Mother Ivy was a white witch, and she got infuriated by a local farmer back in the day, who instead of feeding the hungry local folk with a catch of pilchards that he bought from the fishermen, he chucked them on his fields as fertiliser. So Mother Ivy, quite rightly, cast a spell. She cursed his field, and no one dare farm it ever since. I rather like Mother Ivy. Visible for quite some way, also in Mother Ivy's Bay, is the magnificent, I think nearing 20-year-old lifeboat station. Looks rather Art Deco, beautifully made of wood, and the interior, I've seen it in photographs, is stunning. Trevose Head offers many delights, not least a glorious lighthouse as we rounded the big headland and started to make our way southwards towards the end of our walk at Porthcothan. Afternoon walking fans. Well, one of the critical things to not forget equipment wise on the southwest coast path is hair gel. Bad hair day. SWCP 2022, Constantine Bay, Cornwall. Just sublime. Just sublime. Trevone Bay, and this is Andy's pool from back in the day. Well, yet another example of a grand design style house. Reminds me a bit of the Tracy Island gaff that the Thunderbirds lived in. So rather splendid, and log burning stove, big glass windows, and it overlooks Pepper Cove. Pretty smart. Tremendous opportunity here for a spoonerism. I'll leave that to imagination, walking fans. Afternoon walking fans, final part of our walk. We're just dropping into Porthcothan, or Cotton, C-O-T-H-A-N, I'm not quite sure the pronunciation. But what a stunning walk we've had today. Padstow to here, about 13 miles. The breeze is quite fresh now, but it's completely invigorating, and just been chatting to a lovely old couple from Lancashire. And the best way I can express doing this, walking this magnificent coastal path, joy. It's nothing but joy. Do you know, by and large, I like to think I'm not an envious person, but as Andy and me completed our walk on the north side of Porthcothan, I couldn't help but feel envious about some of the lovely homes overlooking this enchanting little cove. So yeah, from time to time, envy does kick in. But I'm also reminded about things that are far more important. And at the beginning of this 2-week trip down to Cornwall, we had somewhat of a shock when my brother had a heart arrest. The upshot is he's now had a defibrillator fitted, but pleased to say that all is well and good. And the holiday we shared back here in 2000, he'll be sharing and having many more holidays in the future. He's now as fit as a flea, and everybody in the family is delighted for him. Been quite an emotional couple of days walking in this particular region, and the emotion continues with future walks. But very much thinking of my best beloved, and also my brother, who at our wedding in 2005 did a reading. And those of you who know me know that it would never have been a religious reading, and indeed it wasn't, although in some respects it has that depth of feeling for me. I had the words from the Led Zeppelin 2 song, the last song on side A, Thank You, read out at our wedding by my brother. So I thought a fitting song for the day.